Aloha mai kako, tehea oi. O wau o ana ke Kali'a. I am Aunty Kali'a, and if you guys have been following this channel for a while, you would know that I haven't shared a new story in a really long time. And e kalamaya'u, but sometimes I like to take long social media breaks because my eyes kind of start to go whoa, and my mind kind of starts to get a little bit lolo. So thank you guys for joining us back with our new story. This one my keiki picked out for us. It is called The Three Little Pua'a. Sounds just like the Three Little Pigs, but Pua'a is pigs in Hawaiian. So this is the Hawaiian style version. So we are going to jump right into our mo'olelo and learn about the Three Little Pua'a. The Three Little Pua'a, written by Sherry Forcum, illustrated by Antoinette Costello and Michael Costello. Once upon a time, in the tropical rainforest in Onomea Bay in Hawaii, there lived three little pua'a. They were not smooth-skinned and pinkish in color like regular pigs. All three were wire-haired, brownish in color, and big. Only their snouts had a hint of pink. One day they decided they were tired of the rainy tropical forest. They wanted to make a new home on a sunny beach. They walked south along the ocean. Soon the three little pua'a came to a place in the path where it split into three different directions. Each pua'a picked a different trail to travel. The first little pua'a went south to Green Sand Beach. He traveled along, going through Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, and saw red-hot lava coming from Kilauea Volcano. He ended his journey near the southernmost tip of the United States. He saw green sand and knew that this was where he would be happy. He set about gathering palm fronds and bamboo to build a small hale. When he was finished building, he stood back and said, "What a fine hale!" Little did the pua'a know, but Mo'o was watching him. Mo'o thought. I have not had pua'a li'ili'i in a very long time. I think I shall have some now. Mo'o walked up to the door of the hale niu and said, "Pua'a li'ili'i, let me come in." "Ah, ole, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin," answered the pua'a. Mo'o warned him, saying, "If you don't let me in, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your hale in." The first little pua'a ran out of the back of his hale as fast as he could. Mo'o blew and swung his tail, causing the hale niu to go flying into the strong wind. Finding no pua'a li'ili'i, Mo'o was very unhappy and hunted for the pua'a. The second little pua'a did not go far down her trail. She found the beautiful black sand beach at Hilo Bay. She busily gathered vines and sticks to make a hale high in a banyan tree. She built her house in a tree because there can be tsunamis in Hilo Bay. "Oh, what a fine hale I have," she sighed as she settled in. Then she heard her brother at the door. "Awe, ke kaikuahine, please let me come in. Mo'o found me and destroyed my hale," he cried. The second little pua'a let him come in and they settled down for the night. But Mo'o was not far behind. He had followed the pua'a scent to Hilo Bay. He watched the hale paniana from nearby Mokuola Island. Happily, he discovered not one, but two little pua'a. The next morning, Mo'o went up to the door of the hale paniana and yelled, "Pua'a li'ili'i, let me come in." Both pua'a answered, "Ah, ole, not by the hair on our chinny chin chins." Mo'o answered, "If you don't let me in, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your hale in." And with that, he inhaled, puffed himself up big, and blew. The two pua'a escaped out a back way just in time. As they ran away, Mo'o blew and swung his tail, knocking the hale paniana into Hilo Bay. The third little Pua'a was busy at his new home at Hapuna Beach. He had traveled along the slopes of snow-capped Mauna Kea, going through Waimea. He had cooled off in the Mauka air and admired the pine trees. When he saw the white sands of the Kona side, he knew that this was where he wanted to live. He looked around at all of the old lava flows. He decided to make his home out of pohaku pele. It was a strong, solid home. "What a fine hale I have built," he exclaimed. Soon his kaikaina and his kaikuahine were at his hale and knocked at the door. The third little Pua'a invited them in. Again, Mo'o was soon on their trail, following their scent over the hills, through the pine trees, dry land and cactus, ending at the old lava flows. He saw the white sand of Hapuna Beach. There he found the hale pohaku pele. This time, Mo'o decided to disguise himself as a little keiki kane. He knocked on the door and said, "Pua'a li'i, let me come in." The three little Pua'a looked out through the window and were not fooled. "Ah, ole, not by the hair on our chinny chin chins," called out all three. "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your hale in," yelled Mo'o. Mo'o inhaled, puffed himself up big, and blew, swinging his tail. The hale did not move. Again he tried. Mo'o inhaled, puffed up even bigger, and blew harder, swinging his tail higher and stronger. And the hale still did not move. Only his tail hurt. The three little Pua'a peeked out the window only to see Mo'o running around to the back of the hale. Mo'o thought, "This time I will catch all three Pua'a escaping out the back. What a dinner I will have! Ha ha ha!" "The emu," whispered the three little Pua'a with a giggle. What Mo'o did not know was that the three little Pua'a had prepared the emu for a luau. Suddenly they heard a hiss. Mo'o had fallen onto the screen laying on the hot lava rocks of the emu. The three little Pua'a ran out, gathered up the uea and tied it together, making mo'o kalua. After about 8 hours, the three little Pua'a opened up the uea and found ulu. The mythical Mo'o had disappeared, and all that was left was ulu kalua. The three little Pua'a had their luau, danced the hula, and lived happily ever after on the white sandy beach of Hapuna. So I hope you guys enjoyed the story of the big bad Mo'o and the three little Pua'a, and I'm glad that they all got away safely. But it teaches us a good lesson to not hana ino. We don't make humbug, we don't bully, and we don't be mean to people, because one day they just might trap you and throw you in an emu. Just kidding. They probably won't throw you in an emu, but I don't think you would like it if they did something really mean to you and they didn't make you feel good, huh? So, mahalo nui loa. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next time on Hawaiian Storytime with Aunty Kali'a. Aloha!